Yes. Hello and good afternoon or good morning, wherever you are located, or good evening. My name is Karin Brunnemann. I'm talking today about the application of artificial intelligence in human space missions. I will try to stick to my 15 minutes because obviously it's a very, a very large topic. That has a lot of impact on space missions. Yeah, I'm a little bit about myself. I'm founder and general manager at Silicon Sicily. I work as a project manager and trainer for project management, intercultural competence, and leadership skills. I have a couple of certifications in the field, obviously. Maybe more important for today is that I participated in 9 virtual and 1 in-person mission at Habitat Marte. I hope to increase that number during the next year. And I have also been participating in 1 in-person mission at Lunares. You can contact me under this email or, of course, connect on LinkedIn. The topic, human space exploration has a couple of goals, to create a sustainable long-term presence on our Earth's moon, but ultimately also to send humans to Mars. And why is artificial intelligence important in this area? It's obviously it helps with autonomy, safety, and mission success, especially for long duration missions without direct Earth control. What does that mean? We don't always have direct Earth control because there are communication delays with Earth. There are a few seconds between Earth and the moon, but there can be up to 24 minutes between Earth and Mars, and that's one way. So obviously you can't make a phone call. Yeah, it's still possible maybe from the moon if you have a few seconds to wait for your answer from Earth. But I can also assure you, I've been trying test driving a rover remotely that was programmed to have a 3 seconds delay in reacting to the commands. And it's so difficult to work under these circumstances. Yeah, we obviously have limited crew sizes and very limited resources. We have a harsh and also unpredictable environment, especially on Mars, because no human has ever been there. So we could be in for a surprise, despite Mars being inhabited by a couple of robots since some years, some decades already. But especially because of long distance communication, there is a need for autonomy and real-time decision making with which AI can help. Yeah. What are we talking about? Yeah, artificial intelligence is a technology that enables computers and machines to perform tasks that usually require human intelligence. AI can actually learn from experience. Yeah, that's the so-called machine learning. It can understand and respond to language. Yeah, we have so-called LLMs, large language models. It can recognize images. Yeah, if you show AI an image of a cat, it usually will recognize it as a cat. It can make decisions based on data, and it can solve problems based on its capability of researching the internet, other resources, databases, where it can actually find solutions maybe that have been working before, or combine different different approaches to create a new solution. And what helps us is AI systems analyze large amounts of data, and it's extremely good at detecting patterns that humans cannot, or can at least not detect so fast as AI can do. And based on that, it's able to make predictions or suggestions of situations, of problems, of potential solutions. Yeah. So how can AI help humans? What is AI good at? Yeah, it's extremely good at data analysis. To start with, it can go through enormous amounts of data in very, very short times. Yeah, it can recognize patterns in this data, and it doesn't matter how this data is presented to the AI. If it's in text, in numbers, in pictures, yeah, AI can recognize things. AI has become often better to detect early cancer in X-rays, in CT scans, than human doctors can do. Yeah, AI is also good at automating repetitive and mundane tasks. Yeah, if I'm an astronaut and I have to write protocols, I have to write reports. It's not that I don't want to do it, but it takes away valuable time. It takes away energy from me. It takes away from my work day. So there is actually a great deal that AI can do that. Now, AI can create content instantly. Yeah, if we, for example, if we have explored a certain area on Mars on a certain day, it can automatically create content that can be used for research, that can be used for outreach, that can be used for teaching, much, much, much faster than humans would ever be able to. So the roles of artificial intelligence in space missions can be and is already to an extent, yeah, autonomous navigation and hazard detections. Yeah, for example, the robots that are currently on Mars are largely able to navigate autonomously. Yeah, Ingenuity, the helicopter, has pattern recognition. Yeah, because we don't have maps of Mars. We don't have a Google Maps, or we don't have a GPS or Galileo on Mars yet. So we need to be able to find other clues for navigating. Yeah. AI is already used by NASA and ESA and other space agencies for health monitoring and personalized medicines for the astronauts. Yeah, to monitor vitals like blood pressure, like body temperature, etc., and can give recommendations based on that, can trigger alarms based on that. Also, life support systems management and maintenance, to control the habitat, to measure the CO2 levels, to measure the light. We've had it with the circadian rhythm this morning in the presentation, that it can be an issue. So AI can monitor all these factors and can even adjust it and learn about specific astronauts' preferences and habits. Yeah, so to make the stay safer and also more comfortable. It, of course, can help with scientific data collection and analysis on board. Yeah, some of the robots, they have chemical laboratories on board. They have other measurement instruments on board. Yeah, AI can help collecting. Again, we're talking about huge amounts of data. Now, imagine you are taking protocol of temperature on a certain place, in a certain point on Mars, and you want to take the temperature every minute. Yeah, you have to deal with a lot of data over months and years, which would be really really time consuming for astronauts to process manually. Yeah. So it can assist with mission planning and problem solving. It can give hints of again, obviously database. Yeah, has an astronaut been double booked on some experiments? Yeah, can identify scheduling conflicts, etc. Can learn which resources are needed for which experiment during the planning phase already. And it can help with us with administration. Yeah, the boring reporting tasks, the protocols, the files moving, files sending emails, creating reports, etc., that would just take a lot of time away from the astronauts for tasks that really still need human intervention. Obviously, there will be a lot of things that we can learn from using AI in space to better our lives here on Earth. Yeah, and also we need to some people tell me, "Oh, AI will take away my job." Yeah, no, AI will not take your job away, but the people who learn how to manage AI, how to handle AI, they will take your job away. Not AI as such. Yeah. What have we developed? Where are we going? NASA and ESA are already operating AI-powered robots and rovers exploring Mars' surface autonomously. Other space agencies, of course, also on the moon. NASA has a pretty elaborate crew healthcare system and smart monitoring. Yeah, they're including wearables. Yeah, wearable sensor clothes that include sensors that send data and give alarms when something goes close to or out of limits. Yeah. We are already using artificial intelligence for predictive maintenance on spacecraft systems. AI can learn from the past. Yeah, the last 15 batteries that we've been using have had a lifespan of 3 years and 2 months. So probably the next battery, the current battery we have installed, has also a lifespan of 3 years and 2 months. So maybe I should give an alarm that the battery needs to be replaced soon. Yeah. This is a simple example. There are, of course, a lot more complex tasks during predictive maintenance. Yeah. And AI can also help mission simulations and create training tools. Yeah. Like a flight simulator, AI can create scenarios for the analog astronauts or astronauts that are traveling into space to teach them how to react, what is the best solution in this kind of situation. Yeah. What can we expect in the future? Yeah. We will gain, with the help of AI, increased mission sustainability and independence from Earth, because these machines can learn how to make their own decisions. They can support human adaptation to the new world in that they help each astronaut on their personal needs for daylight simulation or some other simulation of conditions they're used to. Ultimately, AI will enable us to have longer, safer missions into space and into long-term settlements on the moon and on Mars. And we should really welcome artificial intelligence as our new crew member. Yeah. So basically, to conclude, because I've already used 16 minutes, from the early stages of mission planning, from navigating unknown terrain to health monitoring, systems monitoring, AI is already and will be even more central to ensuring the safety and success of Mars and other space missions. There are obviously some potential failure modes. AI can only be as good as the data it gets. Yeah, garbage in, garbage out. If I feed AI with obsolete data, with corrupted data, the results will not be very good. Yeah, we have some. There can still be factual inaccuracy because sometimes if you ask AI a question and it doesn't know it, it just comes up with the best guess. It's hallucinating. And there can be failure in the communication between humans and AI. Yeah, because it's AI. If we use a large language model and we ask the AI something, we have our assumptions in the background, and maybe we don't explain all these assumptions to the AI, and it will then not consider the assumptions. So we still have to be very careful in life or death situations. We should see if there is a necessity to have some human intervention before we make the final decision or before we move forward. Yeah, that's from me now. Any questions, comments?